Right everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, so I got a little radio recently that I thought would be good for bug out bag or various shit hit the fan sort of situations, including things like floods, natural disasters, all that kind of stuff, where a little portable radio would come in handy. So this is the one I've got. This is the box, described as multifunctional digital MP3 radio speaker. It's a good little thing, certainly very good little size. I'll just show you it in my hand there so you can see the size. It's smaller than a packet of 20 cigarettes, so yeah, very small. So what features has it got? So it's got an FM radio and a torch, an LED torch, and we'll play MP3s from a TF card or a USB, which I'll demonstrate in a minute. So the body of the radio is plastic. The size of it is 12 centimeters by 6 centimeters by about 2 centimeters, around about that size anyway. Got a little digital screen there, and then the buttons on the front. The volume there is just the back and forward dial, and on and off is a single switch, which is what I like. I prefer a single switch to turn these on for some reason. I don't know why, it's just me. The aerial there pulls up, comes out quite long, longer than that in fact. That's the full length of it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections on that. Doesn't rotate side to side, just it doesn't swivel, if you know what I mean, it just goes that way, but you don't really need that anyway because you can just move the radio anyway, can't you? Single speaker on the front. I don't know the stats of that, but it's quite a loud little radio. On the back is where the battery is, and the battery for this is a battery like a phone. It's a lithium battery, which is 800 milliamp hours. So quite a good little decent battery there. That's probably how they get this so small. Some people may think that's a downside, having that kind of battery, because you can't use standard batteries. But what I would recommend is either get a spare battery, or something even simpler. If you think you're going to need spare batteries, carry something like a power bank, and then that power bank would charge that any day. And then you've also got power for your phone and stuff like that, or whatever. But yeah, I don't really think that's that much of a downside. I actually prefer it like that. Because one other good thing with this is the charging port, which I haven't mentioned yet. But so on the side here, it's USB rechargeable. So that's where having that battery isn't really much of a downside, because it is USB rechargeable. You get the USB with it. It's the mini USB, not the micro ones. So yeah, so on the side here, that's the flashlight there, and that also turns on when you charge it, but not fully on. It's just lit up a little bit. So I'll just show you that quickly. It's not a bad little light. It doesn't look great in here because it's daylight, but at night it's good enough. It's a good little light, really. So that's where you charge it. That's the light. That's your USB to plug a USB stick in to listen to MP3s, and that's your standard headphone jack. So you can use this as like a little Walkman sort of thing, MP3 player, put in your pocket, or you can have it as the loudspeaker. On the bottom there is the TF card. So again, you can use it that way. But I'll tell you what, I do like that. That USB feature is great, because that means you could plug pretty much anything in this with a USB. So USB hard drives, memory sticks, which I'll show in a minute, all stuff like that. So yeah, that's the outsides of it. This little bit here and this here is the stand. So you plug that in, and then it'll stand up. I won't bother having it in for how much. So I'll show you the radio quickly. So I've got this set so it will go to one of my videos through a FM sender, FM broadcaster thing, transmitter. So there's your battery indicator.
Got adjustable head strap.
I'll turn that up in a minute. So there it says FM, there's your battery, and that's the frequency. So this is the radio coming, this is the sound coming through a radio transmitter, FM transmitter, to one of my videos.
I don't know what the actual titanium one is called. The markings are rubbed off, but...
So this isn't fully turned up.
There's a couple of versions of that.
It's probably less than a third up at the minute. I'll turn it up quickly now, so be aware of that.
About 3 modes, maybe 4 modes. Low, medium, high, stroke.
And the actual radio would probably go louder than that, because the video itself isn't that loud. Yeah, to change stations, you would just press these left and right, or when you turn it on, you can do a search, and it will search through all of the channels as you'd expect, and save them in, and then you can just do, you know, you can either just scroll through them or press. I think it does, I can't remember how many it does, but it does a hell of a lot of stations. You know, you'd have over probably 100 preset in there if you had that many. And to do the different settings, you just would press, so 8.4, you would just press 884, and now that's gone on to that station.
Yeah. I've never really used it properly though, because it never used to hold a charge.
Right, that's me talking about torches, if you wondered. Right, so I'll try the MP3 now, so I'll just plug that in, turn it on. Right, so this is the audio coming through the radio with the MP3 on the USB stick. So you can hear the quality, you know, see how it plays easily. Obviously the quality is going to depend on what I'm recording through right now. But, you know, it's just to show you that plugging a USB in, pressing play, it instantly works. Right, so there's the pause there. Right, so and then if I hold that down, that's fast forward. In play. So, right. Well, that's only 30 seconds long anyway. But yeah, you can see it there anyway. So take that out. Goes back to the radio now. I think it's 1,000. Yeah, there it is. I think it's really good. Personally, I'll just go over some of the last bits in case I haven't mentioned it. So it's got the pause, fast forward and repeat functions. It's got the LED. It will charge in 3 to 5 hours, and the charge will last, the battery will last for 3 to 5 hours, 2 to 3 hours on full volume. Don't think you're going to have it on full volume very often, and something like 6 to 8 on 1/3 volume, which again I don't even use it on that. I use it on like hardly anything at all, so it would probably last more than 8 hours, I'd say, if you have it on very low. Yeah, I think it's bloody good, and I'll tell you why I think it's really good as well. It cost £8. That's it. At the minute, it's £8.17p for this. Now, I think for that, I think that's bloody... It's brilliant, isn't it? So you get a little flashlight, you know, it's not amazing, but it works. MP3 player that will play using TF cards and any USB, so pretty much, you know, anything you plug into it's going to work. It will only, I will say, it will only play MP3s though, it won't play other things like WMAs and that. Most things are MP3s anyway, aren't they? Build quality looks good. Battery power seems good to me. Yeah. Overall, very good. You know, I like that little stand, so you can stand it up. I'm pretty sure that's everything on it. Very loud as well for the size. Yeah, I would highly recommend it for that kind of price. You know, £8. This is actually something very usable. Small enough to fit in your pocket. You get the USB with it, and with that charger though, you could pretty much plug this into anything that's giving out USB power, and it'll recharge it. So battery lasts for ages. It's got some decent little features on it. Very loud. Yeah, and could be very useful in a bug out bag for a survival situation or anything, or just general camping. Yeah, I think it's good anyway. So yeah, £8.17p. There'll be links below in the description. They're affiliate links, so if you use my links, I get a percentage of what you spend at no cost to you, and you can support my channel that way. But yeah, let me know what you think. I think it's very good, really. Yeah, alright. See you later.